So you can see Trenton's doing a little repair work on our driveway here with the leveling bar that I built last year. That's a great addition to the tractor. If you have a compact tractor or any kind of a tractor with a loader on it, that's a great tool to add to it, is that leveling bar. I think I spent, a good part of a half of a day or something building that leveling bar, and then Megan painted it. And it's a great addition on the tractor. It really does a great job of patching up little holes and stuff in the driveway. And we've done a lot of work with that leveling bar up here on putting in all of our driveways and stuff. Well, it's late in the fall now. It's just about the end of October. And sorry about the sun there. It's late part of October, almost November. Deer hunting, a couple weeks. So Trent and I are up here buttoning up a couple things on the shed we built, and we're getting our stands ready. Last year we hunted in 2 spots. We hunted up by Canada, where we've been hunting for probably about 10 years now. And we went up there last weekend. It's flooded out. It's completely flooded. The woods where we normally hunt in, 18 inches deep in water. Yeah, it looked bad. We just didn't foresee it being able to happen to hunt there. So we made the hunting party decision. We had a vote, and we voted to just primarily hunt here at the Gabbin. And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hunt all 3 weekends right here. Normally we would hunt up by Canada one weekend, then we'd hunt here one weekend. That's what we did last year, and it was great. We got a deer in each spot. Hunting's a big part of our life. Our whole family hunts. We've always hunted. I grew up hunting. I've raised my kids hunting. My dad still hunts with us. So yeah, we have 3 generations that hunt together, and we love it. It's great. We always look forward to it. Every year fall is deer hunting for us. Yeah, we eat all of our venison during the winter. I mean, it's almost gone by springtime. So it's a big part of our family. So I'm gonna spin around, show you the shed. Trent and I put the roll-up door on it yesterday, and we put the service door in. So now the shed's pretty much secured. It's weather tight for the winter. And I tell you what, if I could have reversed everything we did here, the first thing I would have built was this shed. We had a tent shed. It's over there, and that worked great. We kept all of our tools and stuff in it, but having this shed now, I'm looking back thinking this is the first thing we should have built here before we even started on the Gabbin. We thought, build the Gabbin, that way you have a place to store all your stuff. This shed, we only have a couple weekends in building this thing, and we could have stored everything in there. We have a year into building the Gabbin. So hindsight, I always suggested I could give people is, if you're trying to do what we did here, start with bare land and build something, I would start with a small shed first. We built a 12 by 20. Some people might think that's not very small, but you could put a lot of stuff in a 12 by 20 shed. And like I said, it only took us a couple weekends to build this whole shed. So I would recommend building a shed, then building a cabin or a garage or whatever you're gonna do, because a shed doesn't take very long and you could store all your stuff in there. So let's take a look at it. I'll conclude this video. And here's the shed. Like I said, we put the roll-up door on it yesterday. We put a little ramp out in front. I had some expanded metal around left off of a job site. It's used. I repurpose everything. I mean, you've heard me say it in other videos. I'm a repurposer. If I find something, I hang on to it until I figure out what I'm going to use it for. And here's a good example of it. A piece of grating, I cut it up in sections and put it right here, and it works great for a ramp into the shed. Another piece over here for the door, for the service door. Let's step inside. I'll swing the door up in here. For right now, I just got a little light sitting right here, temporary light to light it up in here. But the windows let in a lot of light too, and we got a lot of stuff packed in. We got the loft up here, that's all full of stuff, and it's great. I mean, great storage. We got plywood in here. We got these things. These things work great for storing. Again, repurposed. Dressers. Everybody's looking to give away a dresser. Everybody's got one. Everybody wants to get rid of one. You can find a dresser on every street corner. And these things are the best things for storing stuff in. Not for just clothes. We're talking nails and screws and plumbing stuff. You name it.
a dresser, free storage right there. I have two of them set up next to each other. Then you end up with kind of a bench top stuff. So let's swing the door up. Just finished installing this morning. I started last night, and it was getting kind of dark out, and I said, well, let's finish it up in the morning. But I've never done a roll-up door before. Never once have installed one. And they're not tough. I was a little intimidated at first. I'll be completely honest. I was intimidated by putting this thing in. And I probably, took me 3 hours to do it. Never done one before. I've been told you can do a door of this size in about an hour and a half if you've done them before, and I believe it. I mean, I was constantly referring to the instructions, second guessing myself, doubting if I'm doing it right, and it actually didn't go too bad. I mean, it's in, it's great. You can pull the door up and down. We got an insulated one. It wasn't much more to get an insulated one than it was to get an uninsulated. And I feel that the insulated ones are a lot stronger door. So we just went with an insulated, just for durability. It's a commercial grade. It's a little bit thicker tin on it and stuff. So you can kind of see we got, everything's kind of closed up for the winter here, except for the Gabbin. We'll be using that all winter. Next big project, we've done a few of them this year. Power. Oh, that was a major one. I will admit, we have power. You guys have seen in other videos, power, that was a major addition. We love it. We use it. I don't know how we did without it. People that do off-grid, God bless them. I built it off-grid, but having the power now is just awesome. Our next big thing now is to get our in-floor heat up and going. We stubbed the gas line out the back. We're ready for a propane tank now, and so now we can get that going. We can get the heat hooked up. I can get the furnace installed. Then I'll come set the tank and do a leak test, and then after that I can get all my plumbing ran into the in-floor heat part of it. So that'll be a whole nother video. I've got just about everything put together at home. I just got to haul it up here and start installing. I'm going to work on that during deer hunting. We don't sit out in the woods the whole time. I'll have time in between hunting to work on that for a while, and I'm going to be up here for a few days, so hopefully I'll get that all done. But thanks for watching, guys. God, I got a whole bunch of subscribers lately. I really appreciate that. I'm just about to that 1,000 mark, and anybody knows anything about YouTube, 1,000's like kind of it's a benchmark. Once you get to there, you're getting really good, and then it just kind of goes from there. But 1,000's kind of small fries to a lot of YouTube people. I mean, they got hundreds and millions or whatever, but if I hit 1,000, I'll be happy. It took me a little over a year to get to 1,000. I'll be pretty excited when I get to 1,000, I'll be honest. So I'm really close. So stay tuned. Got the wood processor coming next weekend. You guys have seen my wood processing video. I'm doing one next weekend. I'll do a video of the wood processing again. It'll be our 3rd year doing it. So I'm changing things up a little bit. I'm getting better as I get it. Every year I use it, getting better and better. And I think this year I've got a pretty good plan in mind. So stay tuned for that video. That will be coming up in a couple weeks. So thanks, guys.